So they had a video going to the break of the Elite, Matt and Jeff Hardley, and Twinkle Toes McFingerbang, and they did some special effects to where they hit their pose in the ring or they do whatever, then suddenly they vanish. It's like they burst into flame, or the effect is that they're disappearing off the screen. And so obviously this is some kind of play on, oh, the founders had suddenly been erased from our history, and what's it going to mean from here? If the Elite can really be made to evaporate, can we do a GoFundMe and make it happen permanently? I'll put up the first large chunk of money. But what? Obviously, and the three of them, the Three Stooges, were backstage at the television taping. That's been reported.
With Don Callis.
With Don Fallis. Well, he, like fungus on a shower curtain, he'll show back up just when you think it's gone. So now what are they trying to get? Is this the start of a thing where they're coming back and they're pissed off because their legacy and their contributions, such as they were to this company, were erased and now they've got a chip on their shoulder? Or is it just a thing to get people talking, their version of White Rabbit, and they're just going to show back up? And remember last time Twinkle Toes showed back up, he'd been gone like 9 months, and people tuned out and said, please go away some more.
I think they're going to come back and they're going to try to make the fans feel guilty for not appreciating them because they went away and everyone just moved on. And they're going to come back and they're going to try to make it all about them again, and we'll see how the fans take to it. It'll certainly be very interesting.
What happened when Twinkle Toes was gone for 9 months? Did the ratings fall in a hole? They didn't do any $1 million gates or any, record pay-per-views, except for the ones they did that Punk was on top of.
No, it didn't. And the other thing is, you could argue about Omega because at least he's a main event singles wrestler. Did it hurt them at all not having the Young Bucks the last few months?
Well, that's another thing. I was going to ask that next. What about the Cucamonga Kids? Have the ratings fallen in a hole? Has there been massive chants of their names? Have people been setting the seats on fire? We want the Bucks. No, everything's exactly the same. Maybe a little better because we don't have to watch them wrestle. But I guarantee you, they're going to find out none of those numbers are going to be the same without Punk, because he was the difference. Anyway, so then we've got Tony Schiavone with Chris Jericho and Sammy Guevara and Ty Mello Conti and I think Anna Jay and the other Jericho appreciators. There was like 9 or 10 people in this shot backstage, and they had audio trouble with their microphone. It was going in and out, and Jericho was, of course, mad about losing, pitching a fit about that. And then as he's saying, well, he's, putting out a dare, he's going to defend and he's going to beat all the former Ring of Honor world champions and show how prestigious his title is. In addition to the audio trouble, which old Sockface apologized for when they went back to the announce desk, as Jericho's saying, I'm the greatest and I'm going to beat all the former Ring of Honor champions and all this stuff. One of the fucking crew members' heads popped up into the lower screen in the shot. I guess maybe he's trying to move a boom in quicker to be able to pick it up because their microphone didn't work. It looked like cable access.
I loved it. This was my favorite segment of the show. Just all the technical problems here. I couldn't tell if it was a head or a boom, or the
it was a guy's. It was a big gray-headed crew member. It better not have been a boom microphone. It was as big as a fucking bushel basket.
Hey, let me ask you something. The Young Bucks and Omega are back. CM Punk is likely gone. Chris Jericho hates CM Punk. Defending the title against the former Ring of Honor champions. Are they going to bring Colt Cabana back on TV to wrestle Chris Jericho?
Wait a minute. Was he ever the champion? Early on, did they make that mistake? While you look up the Ring of Honor title lineage, I will move on to the next match that was a crime against nature.